How you doing, guys? Welcome to real-time me. Welcome to the future. Before this episode starts, I just want to say put on some sunglasses because this t-shirt is bright. And also I just want to say a huge thank you. Huge thank you to everybody. Not only the people who donated after last week's episode, but to everybody who just shows support and watches the episodes and things, you know. I didn't have any expectation last week when I put that episode out and when I asked for help. I'd never done anything like that in my life, and hopefully I don't have to again, you know. But man, I cannot believe the response. I honestly cannot believe the response from everyone. It's far exceeded my expectation, and I want to say that we've reached our goal. We've reached the goal of $10,000 because of you guys. I've absolutely recuperated the loss from that capsize, and I need to broaden my vocabulary because I feel like the words that I know would never do it justice, would never thank you enough. So I would absolutely love to mention all of you individually by name, but there were so many of you that obviously it'll take a whole episode to do that. So if you still did want to donate, then that will go towards the editing and just the cost of having the channel, keeping all my gear in the best state it can so I can keep doing quality videos. So I'm just so appreciative of what everyone has done, and yeah, thank you from the bottom of my heart. Yeah. Now on with the episode.
All right, we got her all loaded up, about to head out, and on for the adventure. Let's go.
Here we go. All right, we're in. So we're back. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't a little bit nervous after that capsize. So, you know, I'm still confident, of course, but of course I'm a little bit more wary now, you know. So we're back on the water. We're moving. Feels good.
Yep.
You know, it's been a beautiful day all day. And even yesterday I think was a nice day. The moment I get back on the river, literally the second we launch, rain. When you're in a canoe by yourself, basically the bow becomes the stern and the stern becomes the bow. But now that there's two of us, the canoe's now flipped around and I'm sitting at the stern and sort of as the canoe should be, and Donnie's at the bow. But everything's just slightly different. The weight distribution, even when Donnie moves, I can feel it, you know, so everything's just a little bit different to how it was before. Plus we got more weight and, you know, another person plus another bag. We're probably moving a bit faster. So yeah, that's just the little differences, you know. Again, it's pretty typical. Right when we're thinking about setting up camp, it looks like it's set in pretty good too. All right, we've made it to Rocky Mountain House, and we left at 3 and it's about 6:30, so 3.5 hours, and I think it was about 35 kilometers. So it's not bad going. Because of my capsize, I have not been able to sign into anything, and we're about to go down the river further and I won't have any more reception, and I have to sign into my email because I need to post videos. I need to post some videos for you guys. So we are looking at getting a place to stay for tonight that has Wi-Fi and everything. And I'm not complaining because it's actually miserable, it's raining and I'm cold. So one last hot shower and a warm bed before we camp. It's not such a bad thing. Cool. Good morning. So we had a night last night in a hotel, and I've finally signed into all of my accounts again. Thank God. That has been an absolute nightmare, but it is done. Today is the day. No excuses, no more excuses. We're going to be heading towards Edmonton. We've got 7 days to get to Edmonton, which is very doable. I haven't seen my reflection for a little while, And I just caught my reflection today while brushing my teeth. I'm looking pretty weathered. And it's just from the cold and the wind. Anyway, that's the plan. From Rocky Mountain House, it actually goes north. So we're going to be going north for a couple of days before it does a turn and starts heading east towards Edmonton. So, we've got a headwind straight against us, which is not cool, but it is what it is. Nice little bit of information. When I did measure this distance across Canada, I was measuring from, I was always going to start here in Rocky Mountain House, but I ended up starting further up at Saskatchewan River crossing. And so when I measured the distance, it was exactly 5,000 kilometers from Rocky Mountain House to Montreal. So I can basically start knocking those off now. 5,000 to go from now. So with this headwind, even though we've got the current behind us, if we get a little bit off center, it just wants to push us over, you know. It's a pain in the ass. So thank God for hoodies and beanies. What do you call them? A toboggan or a toque. So I've never really been on a canoe in strong winds, and I've always been told that you can't really do it. On a river it's probably a bit different, but if we were on a lake right now with this wind in our nose, it would probably be impossible. When a gust comes, you can just feel it just put on the brakes. It just brings us to a halt. So yeah, it kind of looks like the river's going faster than us. We're still making ground, but yeah, I'm glad we're on a river, not on a lake. Alright, so we've just pulled over for a pee break. It's about 10 to 2 now. We left at 10:30 and we've done 15 miles from Rocky Mountain House to Edmonton is 200 miles. But we need to be there in 7 days, so we need to just average about 28 to 30 miles a day to get there in time for the day before Donnie's flight. And that's the plan. It's still pretty windy. It's annoying because, you know, we could make better ground and you know, get to somewhere a bit earlier and relax around the fire.
Yeah, I think we're doing 5 miles an hour with the wind. So
yeah. Like me and Donnie just acting as a couple of sails. No complaining. It is what it is. It just means we just got to push a bit further. Anyway, back to it. Just went through a couple of rapids. From a distance they don't look like much, but when they're right in front of the canoe you're like, oh okay. You know, you always slightly underestimate it, but I think anyway. Go home, tree, you're drunk. Alright, it's about 5 o'clock and we have called it a day. We've been going since about 10:30 and pretty sure we've done pretty close to 30 miles, so what's that, about 50 kilometers. Just gonna collect some firewood, make a fire, dry my shoes. My toes are starting to go a bit numb now. And set up camp. Let's get into it. So we're in grizzly bear country. So each evening we hoist our food up a tree away from our camp. That's to keep them away from us while we're getting our beauty sleep. and to reduce the chance of them actually getting into our food, if or when they do find it. We also don't keep our food in our tents whatsoever, and we keep a fire going. It's more about keeping the camp in such a way that we don't attract them, and so we don't have to rely on our bear spray for our last defense. It's really strange in this part of the world because right now is about 10 o'clock, maybe 10:15, close to 10:30 maybe, and it's still light, so your body wants to go to bed, but your mind's like, nah, you can't go to bed now. So for the last hour I've been battling between like wanting to go to bed but just feel like I can't because it's still light out, you know. So it's a little bit confusing for the old bod. Alright, so it's bedtime now. Finally. So we're about 32 miles downstream from Rocky Mountain House. Hopefully tomorrow we can do a bit better, even though we're not in a rush, but today we got to camp at like 5 o'clock, and because it doesn't get dark until like 10:30, you got 6 hours, you know. So maybe tomorrow we can actually just keep going a little bit further, just because we can. Yeah, but it's nice having Donnie here. It's nice having company, especially camping. Yeah, someone to talk to, and yeah, it's really nice he's here. I'm really enjoying it. Anyway, see you tomorrow. What sort of poop is this? It's not bear. I don't think it's deer. Maybe it's elk. Maybe it's moose. It's definitely not bear. Here's more of this poop. Oh, I don't know why. I want to know what animal did that. That's a new one to me, that one. All right. So Donnie's now been here 3 days?
Yeah, 3 days.
About 3 days, so it's about time we introduced Donnie. This is Donnie. I met Donnie in French Polynesia about 4 or 5 episodes ago on the charter with Warren and Erica from We Sail. So that's where we first met, and just hit it off. Now we pretty much communicate every day.
Yeah, you're right. Ever since then.
He's become a big part of what I'm doing and my my channel. He supplies all the merchandise for What in the World. Everything we're wearing, the hats, the long sleeve, the hoodies, the hoodie that I've been wearing for weeks on end now.
Yeah, so I'm a business owner. Have several businesses. I have martial arts. That's our main business, and then we also have a little restaurant, and then our fully promoted, which is embroidery and screen printing, and basically anything with a logo. That's what we do. Have a wife and 3 kids. Happily married for 26 years now. Been together for 31 years, and I love traveling, and so whenever we had the opportunity to go on the charter that we met you, my wife was with me at the time. She wasn't too fond about canoeing through Canada with me, so I came by myself.
Yeah.
And plus, 2-seater.
Yeah, exactly.
So yeah, that's a little bit about me.
Yeah.
And so just go to www.whatintheswag.com, and that's supplied right out of our store in Texas, in the U.S. But yeah, we're open to helping anybody out. So if you're interested in any, fulfillment center or your own store, then please let me know and reach out, and we'd be happy to help you out.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
Great. Yeah, so Donnie's agreed to, basically I've been in touch with him ever since French Polynesia, and like I said, he's helped me out a lot. We communicate every day, and so he's known about this adventure that I'm on now for quite a while. And so, yeah, there was he had some time to come and join me in the early stages. So yeah, I'm just stoked you're here.
Yeah.
Yeah, thanks for coming. It's good having some company.
Well, thanks for having me. I really appreciate it.
Yeah. Cheers, man. Cool. So we're up this morning. We actually slept in a little bit. Slept in until about 9:15. So we've definitely had enough sleep. Just making some breakfast, bit of oats and potato and bacon with some sausages, soup kind of thing. And then we're going to pack up and hit the river. The wind has picked up again and it's in our face again. But hopefully that just doesn't stick around, because that sucks. Anyway, breakfast time. I think we're good with that, eh?
Yeah.
I think it's all bubbling away.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, here we go. We're just leaving camp now. We left a little bit late today. It's probably just gone 11:30. We're going to try to do the same thing. We're going to try to do around 30 miles. That's around 50 kilometers. Maybe even a little bit further. But this wind is nasty. It seems like it's even a bit worse than yesterday. And it's coming straight on our nose, so let's see how we do today. So we see on the other side of the river is faster water. We're trying to get there, but the wind is that strong that it won't allow us. So we're slowly making it, but we're going right against the wind. This is keep pushing us back over to the left side. So we're not really making any ground. We're going downstream slowly, but we're not getting across to where the faster water is, unfortunately. That's how strong the wind is. Or that's how much it affects canoeing. We just had the worst part ever just then. It was blowing straight against us, blowing us all around the river. And as soon as you come down, you're blocked from the wind. Suddenly, canoeing's like, it's nice again, you know? I like canoeing. 5 minutes, 5 minutes ago it was, what are we doing? From a distance it looked decent, but once you're in the middle, you know, maybe around the edges in the beginning and the end weren't too bad, but in the middle, some of those waves seemed like about a half a meter. So when you're only at canoe level, you know, and you've got your whole life in your canoe, it's like, oh, here we go. Oh. 'Cause 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 decided we're gonna push another maybe 7 miles, which will be close to an hour, maybe just over an hour, because up ahead there's a, what's it called? It's called Blue Rapids PRA, which I think stands for Provincial Recreational Area. So we're gonna aim for that today. It's a little bit exposed, but it's probably nearing 8 o'clock. So we're pretty happy. So it's just a short, we're just going down the river backwards right now. Just gonna park in over here, set up camp. So let's go. So these last days were tough. Remember, I've never canoed before, so I'm learning as I go. I'm learning how the wind affects the canoe and the river. I'm learning about canoeing positions on moving water, about maneuvering the canoe with 2 of us in it, and about how worth it is it to push ourselves in difficult conditions, or is it just too damaging for our morale? And since my capsize, my confidence has taken a hit. So on one hand, my nerves had settled since I first put the canoe in the water 10 days earlier, because now Donnie's here for a few days. But on the other hand, I'm now well aware that capsizing and losing my gear again is a very possible outcome at any moment. But when the weather's like this, cold, wet and windy, the trip is a challenge. It's not the sunny, enjoyable trip that I'd imagined it would be. So as we were preparing for bed, we're also hoping and praying for better weather tomorrow, and for the rest of Donnie's time here with me. The weather can make or break a trip like this, and I've got a long way to go. So once again, please like, share, subscribe, and say hi in the comments below. And if you really want to support my channel in a bigger way, then please consider becoming a patron, where you'll get first opportunities to come sailing with us, real-time updates, and much more. Just click the link in the description below. Thanks for watching.